Man United chief Richard Arnold's plans for the club emerge as Ed Woodward prepares for exit. Manchester United chief Richard Arnold plans to be different to Ed Woodward when he replaces the 49-year-old imminently, according to reports. Woodward announced back in April he'd be leaving the club in the wake of the failed European Super League plot. He's long been a divisive figure at Old Trafford, having been in his current role since 2013. Woodward had no choice but to announce he'd be leaving United when news of the European Super League plot broke earlier in the year. Having long disgruntled supporters with his decision-making, the 49-year-old revealed he was departing after 9 years as executive vice chairman. Arnold is now set to replace Woodward, albeit under the new title of chief executive. And The Athletic say the United Supremo is now primed to make big changes when he officially replaces Woodward, whose departure is having the finishing touches put on it. Arnold, it's stated, doesn't plan to be as hands-on as his predecessor. Instead, he's said to be willing to grant autonomy to the sporting side, which will allow for greater control of budget and decisions. Think you know sport? Test your sporting knowledge with our tricky quiz. That means John Murtough, the club's current football director, taking the lead. He'll be assisted by Darren Fletcher, who has been helping Ralph Rangnick adjust to life in Manchester following his appointment last month. They'll oversee issues such as who the club's next manager will be, with Rangnick not expected to land the job on a permanent basis. Players think Mauricio Pochettino will secure the gig instead, even if he's contracted to Paris Saint-Germain until 2023. Murtough and Fletcher will also be allowed to decide on how transfer shortlists are formed, something Woodward usually had a big say in. And they'll also decide the process for player sales too. Don't miss 4 Man United players West Ham could accept in Rice swap deal. Abramovich backs punishment for Chelsea striker Lukaku. 6 players Liverpool could axe this year. It's previously been suggested Woodward would stay on at United in a consultancy role, but, for now, that's not certain. Arnold is said to have been shown he's willing to learn in the job, having contacted various stakeholders in recent months to discover their thoughts on how the club should be ran. He's personable too, sending text messages to staff members on Christmas Day. And it'll be interesting to see whether his promotion leads to better things on the pitch for United, especially given their torrid season so far. United's campaign stooped to a new low on Monday night, with Wolves winning 1-0 at Old Trafford. It was the club's 6th game under Rangnick and means they've won just 50% of matches since he took charge. Next up is Aston Villa on Monday. And defeat in their FA Cup clash would only enhance the doom and gloom mood around the place at present. Former Chelsea star Jason Cundy thinks United players have no confidence in their manager, saying there's a lack of belief in what he's trying to achieve. You can tell they don't believe in the manager, he told TalkSport. In my experience, players have never gone out not to try. What you do have is a lack of belief in the manager and lack of belief in what he is trying to achieve. That can spread very quickly, not just through the team, but to the dressing room. They will be talking. They were 2 different sides. Wolves under Bruno Lage are well coached and know exactly what he's doing. Okay, they are not the most exciting side in the world, but they totally bossed the game. Wolves bossed Man United at Old Trafford. It should have been more than 1-0.